What kills more people every year than sharks, crocodiles, and venomous snakes combined? The answer is hiding in the ocean, and you've probably swum right past it without even knowing. Here's something that'll keep you up at night. There's a creature out there, barely the size of a golf ball, that carries enough venom to kill 26 adult humans in minutes. There's another one that looks like a beautiful shell you'd want to pick up on the beach, but touching it could be the last thing you ever do. And the creature at number 1, it's practically invisible, and its sting causes pain so unbearable that victims have literally begged doctors to end their lives. The ocean is not just beautiful, it's deadly. And today, we're exploring the 10 most dangerous creatures lurking beneath the surface. Some of these will shock you, others will terrify you, but all of them will make you think twice before your next beach vacation. Before we start, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button for daily content like this. You're not going to want to miss this countdown. Let's dive into the danger zone. Number 10, the lionfish. Coming in at number 10, we have the lionfish. Now, I know what you're thinking. This fish looks absolutely beautiful with its flowing fins and zebra-like stripes, but don't let those pretty looks fool you. Those elegant fins are actually lined with venomous spines that can cause excruciating pain, nausea, and even difficulty breathing. Lionfish are native to the Indo-Pacific region, but they've become invasive species in places like the Caribbean and Atlantic Ocean, wreaking havoc on local ecosystems. They're aggressive hunters with huge appetites, and they have no natural predators in these new territories. If you accidentally step on one or get too close while diving, those spines will deliver a nasty dose of venom. While it's rarely fatal to humans, the pain is intense and can last for hours or even days. Medical attention is definitely needed if you get stung. So yeah, admire from a distance, folks. Number 9, the stingray. At number 9, we've got the stingray. Now, stingrays are generally pretty peaceful creatures that prefer to avoid conflict. They spend most of their time chilling on the ocean floor, camouflaged in the sand. The problem happens when people accidentally step on them. When threatened, a stingray whips its tail forward and drives a barbed stinger into whatever's threatening it. That stinger is coated with venom that causes intense pain, swelling, and muscle cramps. In most cases, stingray injuries are painful but treatable. However, in rare circumstances, they can be deadly, especially if the stinger penetrates vital organs. The tragic death of Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, back in 2006 brought international attention to just how dangerous these creatures can be. He was struck in the chest by a stingray's barb while filming in shallow water. So the lesson here: do the stingray shuffle when you're walking in shallow ocean waters. Drag your feet instead of stepping, and you'll push them away rather than step on them. Number 8, the cone snail. Number 8 might surprise you because it's tiny, slow-moving, and looks totally harmless. I'm talking about the cone snail. These beautiful shells are often collected by beachgoers, but that's a huge mistake. Cone snails have a harpoon-like tooth that they use to inject venom into their prey. Their venom is a complex cocktail of toxins that can cause paralysis, and there's no anti-venom available for most species. A sting from certain cone snails can be fatal to humans within hours. The scary part, you might not even feel the sting at first. The venom contains a painkiller component, so victims often don't realize they've been envenomated until symptoms like muscle paralysis, vision problems, and respiratory failure start kicking in. Scientists are actually interested in cone snail venom for medical research. Some compounds have shown promise for pain management, but in the wild, keep your hands off these pretty shells. The collect shells, not injuries motto definitely applies here. Number 7, the blue-ringed octopus. Coming in at lucky number 7 is one of the ocean's smallest but deadliest residents, the blue-ringed octopus. This little guy is only about the size of a golf ball, but it carries enough venom to kill 26 adult humans within minutes. Yeah, you heard that right. Minutes, found primarily in tide pools and coral reefs in the Pacific and Indian Oceans. The blue-ringed octopus is usually pretty chill and tries to avoid humans. But when it feels threatened, those beautiful blue rings light up as a warning. If you see those rings glowing, back away immediately. Their venom contains tetrodotoxin, the same toxin found in pufferfish which causes paralysis. The terrifying part is that victims remain fully conscious while their muscles stop working, including the ones needed for breathing. Without immediate medical intervention and artificial respiration, death can occur within minutes. There's no anti-venom for blue-ringed octopus bites. Treatment involves keeping the victim breathing until the toxin wears off, which can take up to 24 hours. So please, if you see one of these beautiful creatures, just admire it from a safe distance and never, ever try to pick it up. Number 6, the stonefish. At number 6, we have what's considered the most venomous fish in the world, the stonefish. These masters of camouflage look exactly like rocks or coral, which is exactly why they're so dangerous. You literally can't see them until it's too late. Stonefish are found in the coastal regions of the Indo-Pacific, and they have 13 sharp dorsal spines that inject venom when pressure is applied. This usually happens when someone steps on them thinking they're standing on a rock. The venom causes excruciating pain. Victims describe it as the worst pain they've ever experienced. It also causes swelling, tissue death, and in severe cases, heart failure. The pain is so intense that victims have been known to beg for amputation or even threaten suicide just to make it stop. Hot water can help denature the venom proteins and provide some relief, but medical attention with antivenom is crucial. The stonefish's incredible camouflage makes it nearly impossible to spot, so if you're wading in shallow tropical waters, wearing thick-soled shoes is an absolute must. Better safe than in agonizing pain. Number 5. The sea snake. Slithering into number 5 are sea snakes. These marine reptiles are found throughout the Indian and Pacific Oceans, and they're some of the most venomous snakes on the planet, even more venomous than most land snakes, including cobras. Sea snake venom is incredibly potent because they need to quickly immobilize fish, which have fast metabolisms. The venom attacks the nervous system and muscles, causing paralysis, and it can lead to kidney failure and death if untreated. Here's the good news. Sea snakes are generally docile and bites are relatively rare. They have small mouths and short fangs, making it difficult for them to bite humans effectively. Most bites happen to fishermen who accidentally catch them in nets. Even when they do bite, they often don't inject venom, what's called a dry bite. But when they do envenomate, it's serious business. Symptoms might not appear for hours, which can delay treatment. So if you're diving and you see a sea snake, just give it space. They're curious but not aggressive, and they'll usually swim away if left alone. Number 4. The box jellyfish. Floating into number 4 is the nightmare of Australian beaches, the box jellyfish. This transparent killer is considered one of the most venomous marine animals in the world, and it's responsible for more deaths in Australia than sharks, crocodiles, and stonefish combined. The box jellyfish has up to 60 tentacles, each up to 10 feet long, covered with millions of microscopic stinging cells called nematocysts. When these tentacles touch skin, thousands of tiny harpoons fire venom into the victim. The pain is described as absolutely unbearable, like being branded with hot irons. The venom attacks the heart, nervous system, and skin cells. Severe stings can cause cardiac arrest within minutes. Victims who survive the initial sting often have permanent scarring where the tentacles made contact. What makes box jellyfish particularly dangerous is that they're nearly invisible in the water, and they can actively swim rather than just drift like other jellyfish. They also have 24 eyes, making them surprisingly sophisticated hunters. If you're swimming in areas where box jellyfish are known to inhabit, wear a protective stinger suit and never swim alone. Vinegar can help neutralize unfired nematocysts, which is why you'll see vinegar stations at many Australian beaches. Number 3. The saltwater crocodile. At number 3, we're moving from venom to pure raw power with the saltwater crocodile. These prehistoric monsters are the largest living reptiles on Earth, with males reaching lengths of over 20 feet and weighing more than 2,000 pounds. Saltwater crocodiles are found throughout Southeast Asia, northern Australia, and the eastern coast of India. They're incredibly aggressive, highly territorial, and they see humans as potential prey. Unlike many animals that avoid humans, saltwater crocodiles will actively hunt people who enter their territory. Their bite force is the strongest of any animal ever, measured over 3,700 pounds per square inch. That's enough to crush a bowling ball. Once they grab hold of prey, they perform what's called a death roll, spinning rapidly to tear off chunks of flesh. Saltwater crocodiles are also sneaky hunters. They can remain motionless in the water for hours, looking like harmless logs, then explode from the water with terrifying speed when prey comes close. They're responsible for hundreds of attacks on humans every year. If you're in crocodile territory, stay well away from the water's edge. Never swim in areas where they're known to live, and always follow local warnings. These apex predators have been perfecting their hunting techniques for millions of years. Number 2, the great white shark. Coming in at number 2 is probably the most famous dangerous sea creature of all, the great white shark. Thanks to movies like Jaws, these apex predators have a fearsome reputation, and honestly, some of it is deserved. Great white sharks can grow up to 20 feet long and weigh over 5,000 pounds. They're armed with rows of serrated teeth, each up to 3 inches long, designed to tear through flesh and bone. Their sense of smell is so acute they can detect a single drop of blood in 25 gallons of water. However, here's an important fact. Humans are not on the great white's menu. Most attacks are cases of mistaken identity from below. A surfer on a board looks a lot like a seal, which is their preferred prey. When they do bite humans, they often release immediately once they realize it's not their usual food. That said, a great white test bite can still be devastating. These sharks bite with incredible force, about 4,000 pounds per square inch. Even exploratory bites can cause severe injuries or death from blood loss. Great white attacks are actually quite rare considering how many people swim in the ocean. You're more likely to be struck by lightning than attacked by a shark. But if you're swimming in areas where seals congregate, during dawn or dusk when sharks feed, the risk increases. Stay in groups, avoid wearing shiny jewelry, and don't swim if you're bleeding. Number 1, the box jellyfish. And finally, at number 1, we have a creature so dangerous that even though we already mentioned box jellyfish, this specific species deserves its own spotlight, the Irukandji jellyfish. This tiny terror, barely larger than a thumbnail, might be the most dangerous creature in the ocean. The Irukandji is found in Australian waters and is virtually invisible. Its sting causes what's known as Irukandji syndrome, which includes severe lower back pain, muscle cramps, nausea, vomiting, and a feeling of impending doom so intense that victims have begged doctors to kill them. What makes it the most dangerous? The symptoms can appear 5 to 40 minutes after the sting, and they can last for days or even weeks. The venom can cause brain hemorrhages and heart failure. There have been confirmed deaths, and researchers believe many unexplained drownings in Australian waters might be due to Irukandji stings. The scariest part, there's no anti-venom, and the jellyfish is so small and transparent that you'll never see it coming. Climate change is also causing these jellyfish to spread to new areas, increasing the danger zone. So there you have it, sometimes the smallest packages contain the deadliest surprises. From tiny octopuses to massive crocodiles, the ocean is full of creatures that demand our respect. Remember, most of these animals aren't out to get us, they're just defending themselves or hunting for food. The key is awareness and respecting their space. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more awesome content. Drop a comment below telling me which creature scared you the most, or if there's another dangerous sea animal you think should have made the list. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe out there.